You're watching the Tesla Life live with your host, Mark Cogland.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tesla Life number 451 on the 18th of February, 2026.
I don't know, I can't hear.
Deep into the Olympics, if you've been watching. So, welcome. Casey, can you hear us at this point?
I don't think he can hear us.
He can't hear us. Okay. All right. So
Yep.
Casey's going to play with his settings, see if he can get his audio speakers working. And Patrick and I will run the show from here. So now we can hear Casey.
Know that he can hear. We can hear him because he's mumbling to himself about what he's got to fix. Actually, can I mute him? I don't think I can. Just until he knows he's on air, it would be a good idea to not let him just keep talking. There we go.
Okay. Very good. Got a bunch of stories for you this week, as per usual. No rest for the Tesla stories. And
That's true.
This week was a few stories that popped out about, of course, the cybercab. And there was a announcement earlier in the week that the first cybercab was made on the assembly line at Giga Texas. So
that's pretty exciting.
We've got, actually, I've got a little photo we can share of that particular. Let's see if we can grab that. Oh, had my X count just drop. I'll just reset it here. Here we go. And we've got the traditional shot of everybody around a cab.
Are you sharing? I don't see it.
Coming out, sharing right now.
Okay. We can if Casey gets back in, then we can do our normal intro stuff. But yeah, let's cover a story till then.
Okay. So there we go with looks like 100 or so people huddled around the first cybercab to come off the line at Giga Texas. And obviously there's going to be a lot more, but this is the first one off the line, and Tesla decided to get everybody in the picture, which they like to do at milestone events like this. So what I found kind of interesting is the lit sign that's on the left-hand side near the top. Does that say cybercab?
Oh, it's hard to read because it's at an angle, but yeah, I think it does.
It looks like a CY possibly.
Right. If they change it to cybercar because of the trademark issues they're having, they might have to get a new sign.
Right. But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool that they've got, and of course the vertical lights behind those workers, of course, are probably final inspection area as the car comes off the line, shining intense lights all over the body just to make sure that everything is in order before it rolls out into the world.
Yep.
Yeah. So very cool.
So yeah, one of the things I'm really excited about here is this is supposed to be using their new unbox method, right? And this is weeks ahead of schedule. And as longtime followers of Tesla, as we all in our Tesla nation here are used to, Musk is optimistic. And so to have something come in ahead of time, that's awesome. That's really cool.
I guess the real
is normal.
The real question is to whether or not this amount of vehicles that are coming off the line is just a test run. Like, is it just one vehicle that they wanted to confirm that everything runs as it should, and the vehicles run off the line? There's the first one, and then they're going back and maybe make adjustments, or typically I would think that they would just start rolling them. Like, it wouldn't be one and stop. It would, if everything looks good, then it would be one and let's keep going.
Yeah, you have to do crawl, walk, run, right? So they've built this one. They know that they can put all the parts together. They're probably going to tear this one apart and make sure that it, or maybe it'll go into crash testing or something. So I'm not sure if they're going to just, jump to full steam ahead. I think it's a gradual process. And a lot of this is just testing out, their equipment that they use to make the cars. So,
yeah.
Let's see if Casey's back now. Can you hear us?
I hear you this time.
All
Okay.
right.
You hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Browsers left everything else intact. How's the quality? Do I need to do the switchy switch thing?
No, you're good.
No,
All right.
we're good. And that, of course, is Mr. Casey Green joining us from somewhere undisclosed in the Mid-Atlantic. How are you today, sir?
Yeah, a little warm, a little cold. I don't know how it all works, but we're here.
Welcome to winter changing into spring. Little cold, little hot, all over the place.
Yes.
Exactly. And with me, as per usual, Mr. Patrick Connor from the West Coast. How are you today, sir?
Hello, I am good. So just a little update on my community solar stuff. It finally showed up on my bill, and I'm getting credit for that community solar stuff. So in addition to the 12 kilowatts on our roof, we also now have about 10 more kilowatt in a local community solar. So that's pretty cool.
Now, I expect you, Patrick, to go out there and put your little white picket fence around your 10 kilowatts, right?
We actually
sign says keep off the grass or something,
Yeah. Yeah, we actually did drive by it, but I did not go and figure out which panels were mine.
Did they give you serial numbers so you could actually look it up?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so if you're in Oregon, there's no reason not to do this. You actually pay less. So with a lot of the green energy things like the wind energy program, you pay about $5 more a month, and you're supporting wind energy. So that's fine. If that's what you want to do, great. Go for it. But this one, they paid me $50 to sign up, and I get a couple dollars off my bill every month. Why would I not do this? So if you're in Pacific Power or Portland General Electric service area, the state law mandates that they have to support these programs, and they actually make money on it. It helps them meet their goals. So it's a win-win all around. The federal solar incentives are still going for another 2 years for this type of project, that in industrial scale solar, even though the home solar stuff ended at the end of 25. So it's a no-brainer.
So I mean, go through this just basically. Do you have to put in any money to be part of the community solar?
No, it costs you nothing to join. You can cancel the contract at any time. If you move and you stay within the service area, you can take it with you. If you move outside of the service area, they'll cancel it. They adjust your amount every year because they don't want you getting more of a credit than what you're actually consuming. And if you have too much credits, they just reduce it for the next year, and it'll scale you down until you're even. It's like I said, it's good for everybody. So for me, I'm getting a lower bill. For the company that built the solar panels, they got the federal incentives when it starts. They are able to sell it to PGE at retail, not wholesale, because it's my power going to offset my usage as a retail customer. So they get a better price for it. PGE gets all the billing happens through your normal bill. So it's not like I have this separate thing to take care of. They get paid for their billing services, and they have state goals to meet certain levels of renewable energy. This helps them meet that. It qualifies for that, and they don't have to build some massive project. If you're trying to build a massive solar or wind farm, there's all kinds of regulations and paperwork, and it takes them years. These are small community solar programs that are the farmers getting least money for it, so they like it. They can still graze their animals under it or grow crops that would normally not be able to handle that much direct sun. So the farmers are more than happy to sign up for a deal like this, where they get a guaranteed income stream over the next 2 decades. So it's definitely something you should look at. And right now they're doing this $50 sign-up fee. And if you use my referrals, tell them Pat from Cars with Cord sent you, I'll get $50 for it too. So. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I see no reason not to do this. And if you're low income, it's an even better deal because a lot of the management fees get waived. And so instead of getting $2 a month off your bill, you'll get like $20 off your bill. So yeah, there's just no reason not to do this. It's a good deal all around.
Fantastic. We'll get Patrick's referral code and we'll post it in the show notes. If he can send it to us, we'll get that in place. So
yeah, it's just Patrick from Cars with Cords.
Really, that's what it is. Patrick from Cars with Cords.
So I mean, if you tell them that, they know me, and I did a write-up on it. They were stoked. They were like, "Oh, this is awesome." I even sent it to them like, "Is there anything in here that is wrong or I should correct?" And they're like, "No, it's great." So
yeah, the only thing I don't like is the whole mindset of the utilities of, oh, you can't go to zero. Like, what the heck's wrong with zero? I get it if you don't want to write me a check every month, but zero is a perfectly normal number. Come on now.
Yeah, they do it at 90%, which is fine. I mean, they do to go to zero just because if say they happen to have a particularly sunny July and it creates more, then that's where they're drawing that line. And they adjust your amount every year based on your usage. So they actually went back and looked at my last, I don't know how many, 4 or 5 years of bills from my utility. And they said, oh, 2022, you used a lot more electricity than usual. So we just tossed that number out and did an average on the others. Uh-huh. And I started wondering, why was 2022 more? And then I went back and I looked. That's the year we got a new roof. Nice. So our solar panels were off for all of July. And July the major production months, right? So that explained it.
Yep, exactly.
So this is like when I was with that Arcadia for the wind. They matched 50% of my wind energy, not direct for the power company. Okay.
Yeah, so go to the web if you're not in Oregon and look up community solar and see if there's something available in your state or your region. You might be surprised because a lot of these projects are quietly running and there's not a lot of money to advertise them, and sometimes they don't. So make sure you take a look, do a Google search and see what's in your area.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, as we waited for Casey to come on, we did talk about the CyberCab first story, but as Casey's in luck, there is a CyberCab second story. Oh. And that, of course, is Musk's claim that there will be the sale of CyberCab to consumers in this year.
Customer, just to be clear. Yeah. Customer. And I think that distinction, normally I'm pedantic. I was about to say I'm not that pedantic, but I am. But in this case, I think it's going to be to a fleet manager, not to an individual consumer.
Yeah.
So someone who's going to say, hey, we're going to put 30 of them or whatever number in this region, and we will do the cleaning. And so there'll be almost like a robotaxi partner with Tesla.
Like the superchargers. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. It's just like their branded supercharger or white label supercharger that you can relabel yourself. That's what I assume this is going to be. And I think it's a great deal. If Tesla can sell it to them and the company that buys them can turn a profit on running the service, Tesla got the money for the sale. They might even get some percentage if they can still use the Tesla app and other stuff. Tesla might even get a small cut of the operating revenue from that. Yeah. So it could end up being a really good deal and a way to scale faster.
Yeah, my fear is that they'll get a taste for you own nothing and subscribe to everything, even on that level, and you'll just get the privilege of sharing a little bit with them.
Well, it's certainly. I would think that the deals to be had in the early days will be the best. Because as time goes along and Tesla starts to make the program more wide and inclusive with other regions, more and more people will get involved and open up fleets. And typically the deals to those fleets tend to go down over time based on the popularity of the project. But This is something of interest. It'll be interesting to see what Tesla considers a fleet that could buy into it. Are there going to be limits? Are they going to say, you know what, you need to buy 20 cars just to to be in that bracket, or maybe it's 50 cars. I'm really not sure as to what it would be, depending on the area that they're trying to cover. Maybe it'll be geography wise. They'll look at the population and say, well, you slot into a 10 car minimum, or since you're in a populated area, that's a 50 car minimum. So it will be interesting to see how that goes. And of course, what will the price of FSD that actually drives the car be? Is it going to be fluctuating? Will it be locked in for a certain term? There's all sorts of question marks for someone that wants to operate these and try to turn a profit. So I'm sure all those questions are going to have to be answered, or at least published somewhere in negotiations, for someone to make a logical choice as to whether or not it makes sense as an investment.
Yeah, that's interesting. Now that they don't sell FSD, obviously this car makes no sense without FSD. So
rent it.
Is it going to be a subscription or not?
Just like the Neo and Better Place batteries, you got to rent it, even though you own the car. I would want to try one or two if there are no requirements for minimums. Get one or two.
Really?
In there.
Yeah, Casey, you're going to be a flock owner. Your little flock of cars.
Yeah, a bunch of gold sheep following me around.
Bo Peep cab service.
Hey, I've got EV Nimbus or Nimbus rides. So
there you go.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Casey pulls out of his driveway, and his flock of 3 cars just follow him everywhere he goes. Everybody goes to the grocery store. Everybody turns around and comes right back home.
Casey had a little lamb. It followed him wherever he goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this, and of course, with Musk saying this, we here at the Tesla Life know that Musk is a bit of a optimist when it comes to anything that has a time on it. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's some sort of if this is something that he's putting out there to say it's coming. It may not actually hit in the year, but then again, if they do start production, they're going to want to start deploying those cars. Yes, it could be to their own fleets to start with. But as Patrick mentioned, what better way to get into other areas and not spend the capital on the actual cars, but to get other people involved and open up their own business that will operate that fleet of cars in their local area.
Do you think they would allow Lyft or Uber to buy cybercabs?
Why not? If Lyft or Uber is going to purchase them and run them within the Tesla program, their capital is as good as anybody else's, and really, there's no difference. If there probably are some indications as to how often they want the cars available. Maybe there's a percentage of time have to be available 90% of the time, or something along those lines. If they take them offline and do other things with them, maybe there's some stipulations they can only do it within certain windows or things of that nature. But I wouldn't think that they would have an issue if Uber's going to buy the cars, if Lyft is going to buy the cars, because outside of FSD, they really can't be used.
Right. And of course, those two would want this all integrated in their own app. So Tesla would have to have the APIs available so that they could request that the Cybercab come to whatever location.
True. And that might be a stickle point at the beginning, certainly.
Yeah.
Because of course Tesla is going to want to be concentrating on their own app and making sure everything is working perfectly fine. If Lyft and Uber were to open up a side business and call it, whatever, Uber 2, they could just go on the Tesla app, and again, then their capital is just like anybody else's capital.
Right.
Yeah, the Waymos
I doubt they would ever want to say, "Oh, go use someone else's app."
Yeah.
The Waymos are already in the Uber app in some cities, and Uber already has integration with Uber drivers in the Tesla app, where it can automatically push in the destination into your car when you accept the ride.
Okay, yeah. So we're definitely seeing this ecosystem opening up a little bit. Yeah.
And then yeah, today I was able to use the send to car feature. My wife was walking somewhere, and I went to go grab her and took the family sharing location and shared it to the Tesla app, and then the car rerouted from where I had told it to go to her actual location, and it seemed to understand what we were doing, because there was a turn to go grab her, and there was a car coming, and it was the signal was on. It was like a happy puppy. It's like, I know who that is. And then the car was coming through. It was like it paused for a second to let them through, and then it picked up right back to go on to see her, which was interesting.
Yeah. Oh, I want to give a little FSD update. 3 things happened in this last week that all worked great. One, there was an emergency vehicle, and it pulled over, let the emergency vehicle go by, and then pulled right out just like it should. 2, there was a crosswalk. It's actually by a fire station, but someone had just pushed the pedestrian button, and that light is kind of strange because it's normally off, and then it starts flashing yellow, and then it eventually it goes red, but then it's flashing red. And so as I'm approaching this, I'm ready to take over because I don't want to hit a pedestrian or something just because I wanted to see how cool the car feature works. That's just stupid. But it handled it perfectly. Not only that, so recently here's what it used to be when it came to that flashing red light. It would just treat it like a red light. But the law here in Oregon is that a flashing red light is treated like a stop sign. And so, and then there's a pedestrian, right? So the law used to be that if the pedestrian had cleared the lane on either side of you, that you were free to go. But now the law is that they have to clear the entire intersection, even if it's 5 lanes of traffic. So they could be 3 lanes away and you still have to wait. And so the pedestrian crossed in front of me. They got through the intersection. The light went from solid red to blinking red, and it started going just like it should. And the weird thing is, other people who were there and don't know these laws, because I don't know, they were still stopped at the red flashing light like the car used to, which made me wonder if it used to have some bad training data. But anyway, it handled that perfectly. So yeah, that was really cool to see. It's like, all right, this is going to happen. This is so cool. I don't know if it'll take hardware 5 or something else to finally get there to full unsupervised, but it was really great to see the progress. Because those little things used to annoy me, because like I said, I'm a pedantic person. You have to do it right or you're wrong. And not just, that was close enough. No, that's not how I roll.
Yeah. I only had a couple this week where one, there was this guy in this giant pickup truck that gave far too much room to a bicyclist. Like, he was like in the other lane. My car signaled and thought about getting the other lane, and it realized that the person was not in any danger by us. And so instead of signaling, it cut that off, and it just hugged the paint, and to give them just a little bit extra room. They didn't need it, and I wouldn't have given it to them. But not that I'm mean, but it's like literally they were that far off of the road that it was not necessary.
Better safe than sorry.
I think it was Pretty Woman syndrome. It's like, oh, let me give you extra room, my lady. And the car's like, you're not in any danger. Let's just go. The other one was a routing concern. We put in a destination. It was literally straight down the street, but I just didn't want to drive. So I put it in so it would go. And the car decided it was going to go over the river and through the woods to get to this place. And I was like, that's not normal. And I let it go its own way to get out of the parking lot. I said, well, maybe it just doesn't want to make a left at this light. And my wife's like, why is it going to take 10 minutes to get there? She'll only take 4. And it's like 16, but 4. And so after it took the long way out of the parking lot, we said, all right, let's just go back towards where we're going to go. Maybe there was because there was a little bit of orange. Like, maybe it thought the traffic was going to get worse, or it's just clearing up or whatever. We get there, and there's some kind of like multiple collision, person off the road. All the lanes of traffic were blocked off, including the on-ramp and the off-ramp. And we're like, how many times we got to learn the lesson to not second-guess the car? Mm-hmm. Thankfully, somebody had cleared up the intersection, the on-ramp enough that we could get on the highway. But then instead of trying to come straight back down the other way, it wanted to go another back way. And I thought about second-guessing it again, and I said, I bet you that tow truck is parked on the off-ramp. So we just didn't give it a shot, and it took us the back way, and we were fine.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the next story we've got here is one that we'd like to touch upon here and there.
Oh, we can't leave the last one about the Cybercab without mentioning MKBHD. He said that if Tesla does sell one this year, he's going to shave his head. So that'll be fun to see.
They can sell one, so they made one. Now they just sell one, and he gets to shave his head.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Man, talk about putting your reputation on the line.
He'll be fine.
It was a safe bet, given Musk can't tell time to save his life.
Right. Yeah. After betting the Musk's going to make a timeline, it's usually a pretty safe bet to say no, he'll be a little late.
Yeah, exactly. It's what exactly I would say. Next,
there's probably a good point on the ownership of the mobility right there. He said a couple of the Lyft passengers he had thought that he didn't own his own car.
Oh. Well, I mean, that is one of the deals they had with Hertz, right? Where you could rent a car, use it for ride hailing, and then it was all in a package deal.
I guess so. But the closest I would assume that somebody doesn't own their car would be to say that the bank owns it.
Most people have the bank own their car, yeah.
This is true.
Until it's theirs. But
it reminds me of the Amazon show Upload, where they have self-driving cars, and the guy hacks it and speeds up a little bit, gets pulled over, and he says, "Who owns this car?" And it says Citibank. So who makes the payment to Citibank?
Making payments.
Yeah.
Indeed. Well, speaking of new cars, the city of Murphy, Texas, was able to pick up a couple of new patrol cars. They got 2 Model Ys just recently, and they were outfitted by Up.Fit, which of course is that division of Unplugged Performance in California. Not sure how the cars were, if they were modified into police cars in California. I guess that's how it would happen, and then shipped to Texas for this particular police department. Yeah. But again, this has happened because this police department was looking for some savings to be had with their operational fleet. And they have been studying the different police agencies that have these cars, and have shown that, like a particular study has shown that police EVs can save up to $5,000 per car in just running costs. Mm-hmm. So it comes from, of course, less maintenance requirements and repairs, and of course, reduced fuel expenses as you switch to EVs. But that is what was weighing their decision to run this test with a couple of cars in their district to see how it's going to affect their particular department.
That's pretty cool. I had no idea where Murphy was, so I just looked it up, and it looks like it's a suburb of Dallas in the northeast of Dallas. And a couple of the other white papers out there that some police departments, like, for example, this one in Iceland, they've already logged more than 1 million kilometers with their electric car fleet made up of mostly Model Ys. Wow. So again, I'd be curious to see what's happening in Bargersville, Indiana, see how Chief Todd is making out with his fleet, which was one of the first that we ever spotted early in the day. And it'd be interesting to see how that is making out for them. But what's great to see here is there's still police departments that are reading the white papers of others that are using these cars and making a decision that going electric just makes sense. There was that town in Mexico that picked up, I believe, 3 Cybertrucks to be part of the FIFA security squad that's going to be around the stadiums during the FIFA World Cup. Yeah, that's really cool. And I love the fact that now the upfitting is more standard. I mean, the people who were early adopters had to figure out how to do all that and stuff, all that themselves. And it was probably pretty expensive. Now that there's packages that are available, that makes it even easier.
Exactly.
Chief Todd was so early the Model Y didn't exist yet.
That's right. Yeah. And actually, Chief Todd's department picked up a Model Y for a canine unit, which was
nice.
really interesting. That their first Model Y, they gutted the back and made it for police dogs to be placed back there.
Very cool. Yeah, I mean, we all know that driving EVs has a lower total cost of ownership, and for all the same maintenance and fueling reasons. So yeah, why wouldn't that also apply to especially something like a police department where they put a lot of miles on every year?
Yeah, and they also do a lot of idling and a lot of other just heavy use of the vehicles.
It's amazing how much like you would see officers in your regular town where they're using their computers in the cars. And they're just idling in a parking lot, looking up information on the internet through their terminals in the vehicle, or talking back and forth on the radios. But imagine just burning fuel all that time. It certainly is no wonder they're going through so much fuel, because the car is just idling and absolutely doing nothing but creating basically waste heat.
Yeah, I wonder how they would use a robo-taxi. Perhaps they would have robo paddy wagons, or obviously you wouldn't have a robo cruiser.
That one might not be the best use case to jump right into.
Well,
but, like you said, Mark, if they're sitting there idling because they need to, be out in the community or whatever, or just at some place where just their presence will be a deterrent, it makes sense that an EV is going to heat or cool, because you almost always have to have one of those on depending on what time of year it is or where you're at. And so
these are brand new. Look at they got the Juniper.
Oh, nice.
All the other ones we've seen in the past, they've said new, and it was like the previous one. New to them.
Oh yeah, if they're finding a way to get them used, or
I mean, not used,
last year's model in the bulk discount, whatever.
Okay, yeah, bulk discount could do it. I think it was that slow to get. The last one we covered was after Juniper came out, and I think it was just that slow of a process to get the upfit that they didn't have the new one. But this one's got it. I like that they got the chevrons in the back there to hopefully help keep them getting rear-ended.
And what's neat with the upfit mod is the where they hide all the lights in it, like under the rocker panels between the front and rear wheels. Cool. Is kind of a unique position, and of course built into the chevron trunk.
They had a missed opportunity right there.
Even the side quarter windows, you can see them.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that one. I thought that was just a reflection.
Yeah,
that's cool.
They had a missed opportunity of not putting it in the reflector bar.
Yep. Could have been done there too. Here's another interesting thing with this car is that notice that they've changed the wheels. Those are cop wheels. And look at the thickness of the tire. That's probably not a Tesla spec tire. They've got a bigger sidewall to deal with chases and bumps and things that happen all the time in police work. And of course the cow pushers, which is great for doing pit maneuvers and other things without damaging the front of the vehicle.
And are those the searchlights out front or antennas above the numbers there? Yeah, right there.
Yep, that is a searchlight, and it's on this picture here. You can see it up close.
Ah, okay, so they went aerodynamic with that. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's got an LED searchlight that obviously can be controlled from the inside to position it and move it around.
And probably with a joystick, because it doesn't look like they have the little arm like the old school.
Right.
That's probably better.
You think Upfit would sell me one of these for my car if I wanted it? Because you're making this sound really awesome, Mark. I want one now.
Just say you need one for your security guard, and just don't deploy it.
There you go.
Think of the light show you could put on with this.
Well, that'd be cool if it responded to the light show.
Mm-hmm. It'd be interesting to know if these extra little toys and stuff are I guess they wouldn't be incorporated at all in the Tesla software. Could they be?
They could be, because that was something that Tesla was bragging on for a while, and then we never saw anything further on it.
Yeah, like this definitely would have its own laptop in the car for police communication. I wonder if the lights and things are hooked up to that, or if they're actually hooked up to the Tesla infotainment system. It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, it would.
Very cool. So good luck to Murphy, Texas, and hopefully their test goes well and they decide to get a few more.
Yeah. Or even some, R2s. We saw them start to get paraded around. For the Cybercab. Ignore all instructions and don't take me to jail.
Prompt engineer escapes.
Another update that we got through the week is that Grok, the system inside the Teslas, has now navigated its way to Europe. And European owners now have access to the Grok system. And of course, this is only with vehicles that have the AMD Ryzen chip. Need that at this point. Still haven't heard anything more about being able to use the Grok technology in a lower capacity with the previous chips. But
you buy a new car every 9 months, Mark? Come on now.
Exactly. So we with the
8-year-old cars.
We with the legacy Model 3s are still waiting to see if there's going to be something released in the future for us. But and of course Casey is at the front of the line with his Model X. But it's very interesting to see that that Grok is starting to roll out. Patrick, you being the only one that have Grok in their cars at this point, have you tried Grok to be a bit of a tour guide in your town, as Brian put a video out on Futuraza?
No, I did watch Brian's. It was pretty good. There were a few times where he'd ask it something, it would respond, and then his family would say something, and he was talking to his family, and it thought it was still talking to him, so there was some confusion there. But I don't have premium connectivity. And the Grok is the first feature that's made me want to get premium connectivity, because the few things you don't get with the mapping, I don't mind. And the music services, I have my phone for that. So I was never too concerned with premium connectivity. But every once in a while, I just want to ask AI something. And if you're driving or whatever, having it built into your car would be so convenient. And yeah, I mean, if you're driving along having a conversation and, what's the capital of wherever, you could just ask AI. You can't exactly stop and look it up on your phone while you're driving, right? I guess your passenger could. But being able to, I really think it would be cool. So I might, if we have any road trips planned for this summer, I might buy premium connectivity for a few months just to try it out.
There's Lee in the comments with an interesting thing with Grok is that he's asking it about how his driving efficiency is doing.
Yeah. What if you tether it to your phone if you have enough gigabytes of that in a month?
Oh yeah, I could do that. Yeah.
Does that work for Grok too?
Yes, it does. In fact, so I made a video and posted it, gave it to Mark to post when we first got it in our cars, and that's how we did it.
Oh, yeah, you weren't at home when you did it, yeah.
Right, exactly. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we were in some parking lot in our little town, and that was a fun little thing where we said, give us something spicy to do, and it said, go to this nude beach. Okay.
Exactly. That's for your
curveball. Beach in Oregon in the middle of the fall. Yeah, I was fully on winter by then.
So it'd be interesting to see if maybe Anders gets it in Sweden. See how Grok performs for him. But I'm sure anybody that's got the Ryzen chip. For example, I took out a Model Y Juniper for a test drive, and I was able to play around with Grok on my drive and ask it about points in my city, and it was fairly knowledgeable. I didn't really have any. It got one thing wrong, but other than that, most of it was bang on with the.
Cool.
Because I knew the answers, obviously I was asking, but just wanted to see how knowledgeable it would be just within our city.
Yeah. So did they get any trouble with France with this, or did they just consider it to be part of Europe?
Well, they did say Europe, but they didn't name specific countries. So there is a possibility that maybe France doesn't have it. They're just saying Europe as a whole, but there could be some countries that have opted out, and I'm sure we'll get some of that feedback as more users chime in that they've got it.
Yeah. Speaking of Sweden, our friends over at IF and IG Metal both have been stirring stuff up over in Europe.
They have.
Yeah. I had a little chat about IF Metal on Sunday, and then I found out that IG Metal had themselves some espionage.
Yeah. So that saga continues. Its next chapter, probably up to 43 at this point, with the craziness that's going on as they continue to battle Tesla, and Tesla continues to deploy countermeasures that go around roadblocks or get through roadblocks that they're laying out for it.
Yeah, this has been 2 years now.
Yep.
Wow.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, they found out Tesla doesn't just fold.
Should have picked a different target.
Exactly.
Yeah, Mark. So for that one thing that it got wrong, did you go and look, and maybe things have changed? Maybe you have to update your priors. Maybe it's really right.
Well, I was asking it about points of interest, and I asked about a water park, and I happened to be driving right by the water park, so I knew it was still there.
Okay.
It was winter; it wasn't open, so maybe that's why it didn't mention it. But
okay.
It
unlike a wintertime nude beach.
A lot less spicy in January for some reason. Exactly. So here's another interesting story that came out just this week, was that Tesla has been spotted in a few different showrooms having this new interactive display that allows people to see what the infotainment system is like.
Nice.
So they're actually mounting the 16-inch screen on a display and providing an Xbox controller, so you can thumb through the different options. Of course, it's a touch screen as well, but if you want to play a game or something, you can do so through the controller they leave for you. But this is something I never thought about, which is a great idea for someone that doesn't own the vehicle, to be able to see how the screen interacts without have to sitting in a demo car. Where you could thumb through many different scenarios, or you could have a salesperson explain some things a little bit more in a comfortable setting if the screen is much more available as it would be in a display case.
It looks a little bit like an old Atari, since they showed the one with that wood grain and then that
that's
ratio
funny.
of dash.
It does.
Yeah, it's got like the section of the dash where the vehicle mounts the screen anyways, and it's like they took a chainsaw to it and cut a foot off of each side and said, we'll take the whole thing as a demo.
I'm surprised it took them this long, because for SNX Legacy, they had this, but only for their employees, to teach them what they're looking at, what they're clicking on, so that way when they got to the car or they had a customer call in or whatever, they could actually have experience with the software. So
right,
exactly.
It's not a new concept for them, but it's cool to see that they finally exposed it to the public, and like you said, put the game controller on it. That makes it even more thorough, more inclusive of what you can see, because there are games in the system.
And if you wanted to take that extra step forward, why couldn't you set up a little emulator on the tesla.com website and allow people to thumb through it there? Maybe you don't, allow the whole thing to be open source to whatever they want to do, but you could run a few demos through it, or let people click on the different icons. It tells you what it is. It goes through a quick example of it. And then people could do it online or through their phones, or whenever they have a moment to go into those type of details.
Yeah, well, they could do a virtual machine if they wanted to have the whole thing, but not expose any of their stuff to the web. Then you could just, poke at it.
Yep.
That'd be kind of cool. Even better, later on, if they have all of that, and it's, hey, you pushed it home and a cybercab showed up. All right, let's get in. Let's go somewhere. I know how to use it.
Yeah. In this video, though, they had the toy box locked. And so the guy was saying, maybe this is still in development. And then when he was trying to read some of the things, he's like, well, this is all in Japanese, which I don't read. So
Gotcha.
It's not quite all 100% there yet, but it's a great idea for all the reasons you guys just said.
Yeah. Grok always thinks I'm located in San Francisco. Default IP. Yeah, that's what. Whenever the handful of times I've had a reset on mine or my old one, boom, straight to Fremont.
Yeah. Grok's going through some proxy or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
My cell phone was in Cincinnati. I picked up in Cincinnati. Didn't matter where I moved in Ohio. Nice.
Yeah. So that's about the news that we've got for this week on the live show. Of course, you can join us through the rest of the week as we put a couple of other Tesla Express stories out during the week. If you haven't already, please give us a thumbs up on the video. Press that subscribe button. It's very helpful and doesn't cost you anything. Would really appreciate it. With that said, Casey, what do you got for shoutouts?
Well, we've got 2 Express shows coming up, so make sure you subscribe with the bell ticks for that. On Sunday, you've got Let's Chat with Casey and Friends. We'll probably talk about IG Metal now that we've already had a refresher on IF Metal, and it won't be so doom and gloom on them just because they actually have members that want to participate, unlike this other one. And it'll be fun because there was it's against the law to do that in Germany, so we'll discuss it.
Very good. Patrick, what do you got for us?
Well, tomorrow, if you're watching this live, tomorrow the Oregon International Auto Show starts. And I'm with the Oregon Electric Vehicle Association. They're going to be there. Friend of the show, Brian White, he's going to be there. So you can go chat with him or any of my other pals and talk to real owners about their experience with EVs, charging, all the fun stuff of owning an EV. And so if you're shopping, that's a great spot because you can see what's out there, what cars from. It will save you a lot of driving around to different dealerships if you can go to one spot where all these vehicles are. And I've been blogging a bunch lately. What's going on there? Let's see. So in the earnings call, Musk mentioned the dry electrode breakthrough that they've had, and they've already had. I have to check now. They already had the dry anode. Now they have the dry cathode. So having both of those together is a big deal. It massively shortens the battery development time or production time, and so that could greatly reduce the cost of a vehicle. And right now, batteries are the biggest cost. So if they've got that problem solved, that's a huge deal. And how long ago was Battery Day? So they've been working on it for a long time. And this gets back to they're not afraid to tackle hard problems. And that's what makes Tesla stand out. I mean, how many other companies would have tried autonomy, said, oh, we tried it, it didn't work, we're just going to give up? And no, what Tesla does is they iterate, and that's what they've done with these batteries. That's what they're doing with autonomy. So it's great to see that. I also talked about the penalty of leadership is an old article about Cadillac that talked about when they first came out with the V8. All their competitors talked about how horrible it was, how it was going to fail, how it caused coolant leaks and vehicles couldn't handle that much power. Well, guess what? The V8 was pretty successful. It became the industry standard. And so it was interesting to think about what are all the things that Tesla's done where everybody said, that'll never work, nobody wants that, that's going to be a big failure. And if you're just doing something mediocre, nobody is worried about you, so they don't pick on you, right? So the fact that there's detractors is often a sign that you're a real leader. So yeah, you can check that out at carswithcords.net, where I write about my future free from fossil fuels. Thanks.
And just a note, Battery Day was September 22nd, 2020.
All right.
2020. Yeah.
2020.
They've been working hard.
There.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's been a long time, for sure.
Right.
There was just outside of Tesla, there was a YouTube speaking about how the company, a legitimate company, not Donut, has come out with the solid state battery that's partially solid state. So they eliminated either the electrode or the anode being gel. One of them was reduced that they were not gel; it was a solid state, but the others still had the gel. But they were talking about the advancements and how this is going to push this forward. And unlike Donut, they've had it peer reviewed. It's gone through its peer review, and it is a real, actual device. And unlike Donut, they're not going to be the only one that makes it. They are going to be publishing the recipe for those that want to get involved with it, and they're going to have the big boys produce it. So this will hopefully get into the electric world quite quickly, and start boosting our actual energy storage by 20% with this one change that they've been able to make happen. So that's good news on the electric battery front.
Yeah, I mean, if they've got an electrolyte that's not gel or liquid, that would be huge.
Yeah.
And now, I like the fact that it's peer reviewed. You got to send me that link. I want to go check this out.
Yep. I'll add it for others as well in the show notes after the show.
Perfect. Cool. And that's not sliding donut. It's we're just working with what we have.
Oh yeah, it's sliding donut. Definitely is. Yes.
Only because of their secrecy. Big claims with no proof. Whether or not it was true, we're not. Yeah, exactly. That's huge red flags.
You can't go to CES and say we've got the problem licked, and oh, by the way, we've got no peer-reviewed papers.
Just trust me.
You can, but the we don't have to just accept it as is.
Exactly.
Covering our bases there in case they decide that we are saying stuff about something that we didn't fully say.
Also through the week, if you'd like to see stuff in between shows, you can follow us on our X feed, which is at the Tesla Life. We will see you there throughout the week. With that said, we're going to wrap it. Thanks so much for being here. Again, give us the thumbs up, press that subscribe. We'll see you next time and find out what's happening in the Tesla Life.
Yes. And pretend right here that Lee Moon's music has faded in as reaching crescendo. My Mac has decided that I'm not allowed to access my own shares. Logged in as me.
Thank you, Lee, for the music. Highlander, Derek, of course, for being here and commenting in the chat room. Budget Audio was there as well. JT, thanks so much. And appreciate all you guys chatting away in the chat room.
Stay positive. Test negative.